Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Pro Wrestling Report. Hashtag Hot Tag. Damian Nelson sitting alongside David Octavius Tiberius, Nobody Cares Hero. And David, big week, WrestleMania, of course. And last night announced on primetime, I beat your ass in the draft. So let's talk about this week's Hashtag Hot Tag, which is The Rock. Big news Monday, David Hero. All the sites reporting. The Rock has walked out on WWE. The Rock has packed his bags and gone home. How dare he? What's going on? Backstage turmoil. Coming to find out, Sunday night at WrestleMania, The Rock injured pretty substantially.
Tore his abductor.
And he then subsequently went home to rest and get evaluated because, as we heard from Kevin Nash right here on this show a couple of weeks ago, The Rock's got a big movie filming
Hercules
starting on April 15th.
Oh, wait. You do better than I do. Do that Hercules thing you do.
I don't want to ruin my shirt.
Oh, okay. No, when you're clapping and you start yelling Hercules and...
I have no idea what you're talking about.
All right.
But anyways, David, the course of speculation was valid in some circles. A lot of people saying The Rock packed his bags, went home. Does this... let's focus on that first, which is The Rock, a man who, for no reason, gave you 2 years of his life in WWE.
Doesn't need the money.
Doesn't need the money at all. He's probably pulling a Leno on this whole thing. Leno, who hasn't spent a dime he's earned on the Tonight Show. The Rock's probably not spent any of the money he's earned doing Raw or doing WWE. But there's still that underlying belief by a lot of fans that he's only in it for the money and he's ready to pack his bags and go again. These reports that started surfacing Monday morning really played to that assumption for a lot of fans. Was it fair?
Well, it's fair because that's what the fans want to think. That's what they want it to be. So it's fair for them. It's not fair for The Rock, a guy that went out there, busted his butt.
No, he busted his abdomen.
Training hard. He's a Hollywood actor now. He's a part-time professional wrestler.
He is.
His money is in Hollywood.
It is.
So he tore that muscle off of his pelvic bone, and he's been around the block. He knows how the doctors are. He's like, you know what? I'm getting paid X number of millions of dollars to be in Hercules. Yeah. I'm going to go to the guy that is going to have my best interest in it for me, not the guy that's going to want me to be on Raw Monday night. He paid for his own flight home. Mm-hmm. It's not like he, took the corporate jet and went back. He's like, hey, I'm hurt. I got things to do. I got to take care of myself. I got a big movie coming up. This can't slow me down because right now The Rock is without a shadow of a doubt the biggest action star in Hollywood.
So does that then make The Rock less interested in WWE? If he's picking movies over WWE
No, you know what? He did his job. His job was to go in there at WrestleMania and put John Cena over.
It was advertised for Monday, though.
Well, he tore his abdominal muscle.
I understand.
I'm telling you right now, when Vinnie Mac and Triple H tore their quads, they weren't on the next week's show.
I'm pretty sure Vince was. Which, by the way, is one of my favorite moments in wrestling. That Royal Rumble was at 03, 05,
yes.
When Batista, the finish got messed up and he came out, tore both, and sat there.
In pain. In
and
pain.
You couldn't tell anything was going on. And then you magically never saw him get helped out of the ring.
Yeah. But, I mean, it's unfortunate. I mean, the same thing happened on Wednesday night when Linda was doing that little splits dance, and she tore her muscle, and you barely got her up off the dance floor.
She walked out just fine. She finished the match.
Yeah, but she's going to be in a lot of pain tomorrow night on primetime. She flew back home to get her doctors to check out, make sure she's okay.
Here, let's bottom line it, and I think this is really, really fair if you pull the emotion out of it. The Rock's got a movie by which...
You know what? No. Don't. It's not the emotion. It's the nitpicking. It's the entitled fans that want...
You went there.
That want to say... I knew it. I knew he wasn't in for the long. You know what? We're not talking about Fandango right now.
No, people thought that was cool Monday night when the crowd just started.
Yeah, but we're not in the crowd right now.
I'm not cool.
Not right now. You're not.
I thought it was awesome.
No,
we are awesome.
We're talking about The Rock.
The bottom line, he's got tens of millions of dollars he's going to make in a movie. There's hundreds of millions of dollars invested in this movie. It's on a schedule. He probably panicked, as he should have.
Of course he did.
and said, the only thing I have to do right now is go home.
And you know
and
what?
Figure this out.
Why can't the negative fans out there say, you know what? He's being the good soldier.
But he's being the good soldier for movies, not WWE.
He just did what he had to do. Stop.
You're right.
Hold on.
You're right.
The rumor was, and this is all speculation and rumor, we don't know if this is true or not, that The Rock was going to go out there and get beat up by Brock Lesnar. Right?
Right.
To maybe, possibly, eventually set up WrestleMania 30, Brock versus Rock. Right? He tore the muscle off the bone. Why is he going to take the chance to go out there with the UFC world champion, who has been known to be reckless at times, and risk further injury? If he did tear that muscle off the bone, he's not going up for an F5 and put his body straight out.
He's not even going to go for an F1.
He's not doing none of that.
It's not even going to go for strong winds.
You can hit him with a pillow, he's
rainstorm.
not going to sell. You know what I mean? I mean, come on. Seriously. And I'm willing to bet that the contract he signed with Vince McMahon, there's a rider in it that says his Hollywood commitments come first.
Oh, they have to.
And that's what's been going on since he's been back.
As we finish out this segment, and as we bottom line it,
Oh, now you're gonna
is
shut-
it not
now you're
true?
gonna cut me short?
I'm going to ask for your. I'm going to ask you to take us home here. The Rock did all of us a favor by coming back,
He sold 80,000 seats.
and 78,000 last year,
Yeah.
and 10 million, and 1.3 million, and 1.3 million. But he didn't do that. He did that for the love of the fans. And don't take this as a defense of The Rock, while it is actually, because when this first broke on Monday, I guarantee I can totally understand why the fans jumped to that conclusion, because of the way a lot of people reported it. The Rock surprisingly left, jumped in a plane, packed his bags, went home. Raw is in turmoil, being rewritten.
And the way Mania ended, and the way it went off the air, as he's saying goodbye and I love you to everybody, I wasn't surprised to hear that.
Right.
Something went wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the key to all this is ensuring that The Rock gets better in his next few weeks. Apparently, he's going to go the therapy route as opposed to the surgery route, because there's no time for surgery.
Do you see how jacked he is?
I saw how jacked he was. It's gonna be Hercules.
I'm sure
Something
he
about a
has
clamp.
certain vitamins that can heal him pretty quick.
These?
No, those aren't vitamins. Those are pills.
Right, and they are definitely not enhancing you.
Gives
Hashtag
me
hot
great
tag,
breath.
ladies and gentlemen. Follow us on Twitter at PWR Show on Twitter. Tomorrow night, the Pro Wrestling Report Prime Time, we're going to talk more. We're going to go in depth on WrestleMania and a lot of these injuries that happened at WrestleMania. We're going to look back at Dolph Ziggler being the brand new WWE World Heavyweight Champion and a new Intercontinental Champion crowned this past Monday night as well. What's next for Cena Ryback, as well as a look back at last night's TNA Impact Wrestling broadcast. We'll also have the date, David Hero, the announcement, big announcement by Linda Kay of the 2013 PWR draft. Well, by the way,
I hope that Linda feels better. I mean, that looked like she tore something.
can we get a trophy case here on the set?
No.
It's a sweet tradition of hashtag hot tag, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you next time, tomorrow night on Primetime Saturday night. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.